what you want. When you walk in, that's what you want.
Back again, Darnell, Dwayne, big twin, little twin. Talk of the town. Got my man, Mr. I think they call him Mr. McClain, a 918 legend, a baller, a hooper. Dick Vitale called him Mr. ESPN before. My guy, Mr. Ebi Ere. What's up, my boy?
What's up, man?
Everything?
Everything.
Glad to have you here, man.
Thanks. So we gonna get in the story before we even start. He said, I think they called him Mr. McClain. Never that.
Never that.
Listen, I was the only dude that got a D1 scholarship out of high school in our school that year. I didn't even win Athlete of the Year.
Who got athlete?
Richard Moulton.
Richard was that guy,
nice,
though.
Ebi.
No. Listen,
you trying to get spicy early.
Richard is my Richard.
I know, but
Richard
he
like my cousin friend. Y'all know we grew up on the same street.
Right. Richard
like
was that
for
guy
for
though.
life.
He went to East Carolina. He D1.
Yeah, I know where he went.
But you said you was only D1. Richard was that guy, bro.
But Richard was a junior.
And he beat it over you? Maybe it was a reason, bro.
No, it wasn't the reason. I won every single Player of the Year award you could win in the state.
Did you go to school every day? Was
No.
you a good student?
Yeah, I went to school every day.
I mean, it might have been something, bro, but Richard was that guy, though.
Yeah, I went to school every day.
Oh,
And
okay.
listen,
What's up, bro? Talk to us.
the reality of it is, I should have won that award too.
So you didn't get Mr. McClain?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Oh, well, I mean,
But I got Mr. Basketball in the state of Oklahoma.
Gatorade Player of the Year?
Gatorade Player of the Year. Hiriaba Player of the Year. Tulsa World Player of the Year.
Spicy.
All Metro Player of the Year.
98, 99.
Did you make it to the state tournament?
Yeah, we made it to the state tournament. I had 40 on John Marshall.
Oh, who John Marshall had? What year? Hold on, 98,
That was 99.
Because they telling people that now when they ain't got no hoopers, it's all about 405.
Hey, listen, you can Google that article.
Uh-huh.
They will tell you that no matter what they did,
Uh-huh.
they could not stop me.
Who did they
Who did
have?
that John Marshall
Yeah,
have?
who did that John Marshall have?
They had heard, hold up, what's my man name? Williamson? I can't even remember none of their names like that. I just know the ones that I still see. They used to have a dude with the ponytail, the light-skinned dude used to play
Who were
the
the
Chucks,
Chucks?
too.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're talking
So,
about.
yeah, they had all them, but it was a 40-piece. It didn't, I was taking hearts.
But let's talk about what Josh Atkinson banged on you out north.
That never happened.
Yes, it did.
Y'all,
you
y'all
came on
keep-
them next
y'all
play.
keep-
So what
y'all-
happened? So
y'all
what happened?
keep
So
talking
what-
about that.
So what happened?
Nothing ever happened with
So
Josh
he dunked
Jackson.
and you
All he
dunked-
did was get killed, all of them.
Josh? He killed you right here, Ebi.
No.
Oh,
Hey, listen.
God,
Listen,
bro.
Josh
You
Atkinson
give
never got
nobody
double
credit.
teamed. No, I don't. Josh Atkinson never got double teamed. I got doubled and triple teamed every single game.
I don't remember us double teaming you like that, bro.
You don't. Even Booker T ran a box and won, and they put. Matter of fact, they put two people on. It was
Triangle and two.
triangle and two. They put two people out there and then played the rest of them in the triangle.
I got you.
And
Well,
and I still
tell
had
the
30.
people after McClain, give us a tour of Ebi Ere's career. So you went to McClain, then after that, you went to junior college.
Wait, let's start first. Yeah, let's go. Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll get back to the AAU team later.
We get back to the AU team.
Yeah.
All right.
So after McClain, where'd you go?
After McClain, I went to Barton County Community College.
1, 2 year.
2 years.
Okay.
So I went there. I played my first year. Great experience. You know what I'm saying? Got there. We had a lot of Division I athletes that transferred over. We was the number 1 team in the country.
Right.
I was coming off the bench.
Who was on the squad like that? We'll know by name.
Oh, you'll know by name? Probably none of them.
Okay.
Fred Primus, Jamal Davis, Eric Bush, Carlton Baker, which Carlton Baker was probably, I ain't gonna even lie, Carlton Baker was probably the best player on our team.
Where did he end up going?
He ended up going to San Jose State, but it wasn't because of his talent. He went to San Jose State because that was the only team that would take him. He was a menace.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so after Barton Community College, how many D1 scholarships did you have coming out of junior college?
A lot of them. I was the second best after my sophomore year. I was the second. I was rated number 2 in the country in junior college.
Okay, so where did you go after that?
I went to OU. So I had Michigan State, OU, UConn, Illinois.
What made you go to OU? Home?
Yeah, it was home. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me a sweet deal.
Well, can we talk? We're not allowed to talk about it?
I mean, it don't matter. They probably do it now anyway. But back then it was unheard of. They let me and my best friend Ronaldo works. Roommate. They never let a football and basketball player roommate, no matter what.
I got you.
Did Uncle Wayman
Wayman do that now?
Yeah, but they allow. I mean, it's something that the school do.
Oh, okay.
Did Uncle Wayman Tisdale have anything to do with your decision to go to Oklahoma?
Absolutely. He like right before it was time for me to make my decision, he was like, "Hey, listen, they want you there bad, man, and I think, you know what I'm saying, it's a great place. The people is home, and you go to a school in your home state, people always look out for you, you know what I'm saying, even further on down the line."
Okay.
Which is true.
Right.
You still have relationships with a lot of the alumni. They helpful if you need anything. They always willing to help and give you advice on anything you need.
Gotcha. Okay, so after OU, what about your professional career? Did you go to the NBA, overseas, the G League? What happened?
I went straight overseas. I mean, it was an opportunity to play in the D League, but it was like, choose. You want $1,200 a month,
right?
Or do you want $10,000 a month?
Yeah. I'll take that 10. How long was you over there?
You looking like this. You know, it's like I'm like scratching my head, like, oh man, but you got a chance to go to the NBA. I'm thinking, man, I got this Cutlass. I want to keep driving this Cutlass.
Yeah. Facts. So, and how long was you overseas for?
About 15 years.
Who was the best player at Ebi? Not including yourself, because I know you're going to
I wasn't going to say myself. When we talk about who the best player I face, I always say the best player that I face.
That we would know his name.
That you would know his name. I would say the best player that I faced while playing in Europe was it was probably, not to lie, playing in Europe, it was just.
You don't even. It's
between Bobby Brown.
Well, you don't even got to say Europe. What about college?
Yeah.
Like the best. Name your top 2 players that you ever played against, college, professional, whatever it was, that had you when you went back to your room. You were like, I got to get my shit together.
Didn't nobody make me say I had to get my shit together, because you know what I'm saying.
Because you was that guy.
Not necessarily I was that guy.
I
never played anybody that actually got off on me. Most of my problem was with players was if they actually stopped me. You know what I'm saying? That's when
nobody ever stopped you.
That's when I had the issue. No, it was some, and that was the time. Like when we were playing, and I played against Romain Sato in Siena. I went back to the room like, I don't never watch film over people. I was watching film like, how the hell is he getting to this shot so quick?
I got you.
Like, what is he doing? I'm coming off these screens. He playing me like, I figured it out though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna play behind me. He gonna run. He gonna slide. My problem is I was just running off. I wasn't stopping. I wasn't creating no contact between me and him. I wasn't slowing him down. I was allowing him to run freely and guard me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the big man can't always set a screen on somebody, especially when they're a crafty defender. Yeah. Just like with Tony Allen guarding. He was a crafty defender.
And now that you say that, I heard Kobe Bryant say Tony Allen.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Tell me Tony Allen, was he that guy defensively?
He was that guy defensively. Like, he locked in and he locked down. Like, if you was going to score on him, you had to score over the top of him. You wasn't going to go past him. You weren't going to go past him, and you absolutely needed help to get a bucket.
For real?
Yes.
So he's the best defender that ever guarded Ebi Ere, Tony Allen.
No, I would probably say Romain Sato.
And then Tony Allen.
Was that the NCAA tournament we played Siena?
Yeah. But the crazy thing is when we played Sato and them in the NCAA tournament, we beat their ass by 20.
Gotcha.
But overseas, they beat our ass by 20.
Oh, okay. So so overseas when it was tough for you.
And when did you play Tony Allen?
I played Tony Allen in college.
That was a long time. So that's when he had John Lucas. That's
Yeah.
that Final Four team.
That's that Final
And
Four.
where'd you Elite Eight that year?
Yeah.
No, you played in the Final Four too, though, right?
Yeah, but I played against Tony Allen at Butler too. So when he was at Butler,
Gotcha.
I played against.
He was that guy too in JUCO.
Yeah, but he could score. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't remember him scoring. He was scoring then.
Got you.
He was scoring that, but jumping out the gym.
How was your Final Four team? With you, Hollis Price, Quantus Williams, the lefty,
It was Quantus White, Aaron McGee.
Aaron McGee.
That absolutely, we should have won the national championship.
And what the dude with the braids, Jabari White?
Jabari Brown.
Yeah, Jabari Brown. Y'all was tough.
We was tough.
What happened? Who y'all? I remember talking to him like, Ebi, you really didn't shoot the ball like that. You said y'all played in a dome or arena, and the backdrop was messing you up or something like that.
Backdrop wasn't really messing me up because I still scored 21.
Did
In the tournament?
in the Final Four game
In the Final Four game, I had 21.
Against who?
Indiana.
Indiana. Jeffries.
Yeah. The problem was we couldn't score the last 3 minutes of the game. We were up 9 with 3 minutes left in the game and ended up losing by 9.
Yeah.
They went on an 18-0 run to end the game.
Gotcha.
I mean, granted, at the end, it was all free throws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Once you get to that, we had the foul. And then they made their free throw.
I got you. So Indiana beat y'all.
They beat us. Yes.
And you had 21.
They had 21.
Got you.
Who won the national championship that year?
The Terps.
Maryland.
Steve
Juan
Blank.
Denson.
They was tough.
And we beat them by 23 that year.
At OU.
At OU.
I remember that.
Okay. What year was it that Mr. Dick Vitale named you Mr. ESPN? Was that your
It was
junior?
in 2001. We were at UConn.
Yeah. So when did you find out about it? Somebody called you?
No, it was in the locker room.
Uh-huh.
It was in the locker room after the game. It was a TV game, a ESPN game. And I hit the game winner on Karan Butler.
Tough.
And soon as the game was over, we in the locker room. It was just like Mr. ESPN.
Yeah.
And that whole thing, they went on and did a whole special. It was like, every time he play on any ESPN channel, he averages 27.7 points a game.
So who else did you play that year on ESPN that you gave buckets to? It was somebody else, I remember.
Played Maryland on ESPN. Scored on. I mean, just any.
Why didn't you declare for the NBA draft after your junior year?
Man, I got talked into that. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole summer, going to Nike camp and being a counselor and going to Jordan camp, and he like, hey man, you all these scouts and all of this, they
Who
Samson.
Okay.
They love you. And something you just need to come back and you do this, and you just didn't work out.
Do you regret it?
Absolutely, 100%. Because I could have been a first round pick. I just would have been a late first round pick. You know what I'm saying? He tried to talk me into, hey man, why would you do that if you're gonna be a late first round pick or early second round pick, and you can move up? And, you know what I'm saying? This is.
And then so let's go back to so now we go to your senior year. All right. This has been a debate, and it's probably almost been a fight. 918 versus 405 in any sports, right?
Yeah.
Can we clear the air? Your senior year, you started, and everybody in Oklahoma City thinks D'Angelo Alexander took your spot. Can we clear the air and tell the people exactly what happened?
I basically hit a slump, and it wasn't even really a bad slump because it was just I wasn't scoring and I was playing with a broken wrist.
Right.
And I was just like, hey man, I need to try to figure out. So I went to Samson. I was like, hey, I need to, sort of try to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the game. I said, maybe I need to come off the bench and sort of watch the game first before I go in, instead of going out there to try to figure out, you know what I'm saying, where my advantages are.
Right.
Because right now I'm not making I couldn't throw a rock in the ocean from 3.
Gotcha.
So, you know what I'm saying, it made it harder for me to get to my pull-up when, you know what I'm saying, nobody really had to guard me out there. They could just sit on it.
Right.
And I was getting some wide-open looks, and that just wasn't going in from 3. And so after a while, I just didn't want to shoot that. So I talked to him. He was like, all right. He basically told me, he was like, I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to ever, take you out. This is your senior year. This is your year. But if that's what you want to do, and you make sure you want to do it, and whenever you want that to change, you just let me know.
So you went to Samson and was like, hey, I want to come off the bench.
Yeah. Because the year before, Actually, something did happen where he called me a black hole. And he brought me off the bench, told me I shot too much.
Which is probably true.
But when he brought me off the bench, the next 2 games, I still shot the ball. But it was like the game was so much easier. And then, like, 2 games, he was like, you gotta start. You got to start again.
I got you.
Like, and he never said anything to me about shooting after that again, because they were struggling at the beginning of the games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The score. Then I would come in, I'd make some shots. He was just like, nah. You don't do it. But that year, I tried to, reenact that, but it didn't work. My wrist didn't never get better. And then I had to carry that on in the pre-draft camp, which wasn't good. Because I hadn't played, like, real basketball the entire time. And then I had to play. Felt like I had a hole in my hand. My hand was this big from wearing that cast because I had all the sweat. Because I could run, but I couldn't shoot. I couldn't dribble.
So that hurt you in the pre-draft.
Absolutely. I couldn't even do a lot of stuff. I couldn't do anything that had to do with my hands.
I got you. So for now, everybody know that you played overseas. Can you take the people into a day in the life of playing basketball overseas? Like, how is that like?
It's a life they don't want. They think they want it. They don't want it. You gotta be cut for stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The practices is way harder. Going 2 and 3 times a day. It's no real, like, people to take care of. You can get no real treatment. You know what I'm saying? You taping your own ankles.
Damn.
It's a whole lot to it. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you got to work your way up to a team with just maybe a possible good trainer.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? You looking around, you even look at it like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get on a EuroLeague team. You're going to have a good trainer. You get on a EuroLeague trainer. Trainers are terrible.
I got you.
About the only good thing about being overseas is, like, the doctors. The doctors are actually pretty good in the hospitals. Mm-hmm. The hospitals are real good. They don't look as clean as our hospitals. But you go in there.
Right.
They do your shit. You get in, you get out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. It was a long 15 years for you.
Well, not really. Not when I was in Australia. Now, Australia's a life. Australia's just like being at home. That's why people, if it was like it is now for, like, most Americans that want to go over there, Australia would have been like a big deal way back then. Mm-hmm. Even though they had we had some great players when I was there. It wasn't like it is now, because now they can have more of them. Mm-hmm. And now people are getting naturalized. Now people are going over there getting passports. You know what I'm saying? Staying and playing. Now you can play with 3 Americans versus 2. Like, they used to always only have 2.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did hear about that rule.
And like when I was in Europe, we had 5.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I did hear about that. So let's take it back to high school. And it could be a 405 hooper, 918, it don't matter. Who is the best basketball player in the 90s that you've seen?
That you've seen with your own eyes.
And who's the best basketball player you've seen from 2000 until now that you've seen? So give me one in the 90s and one in the 2000s to now.
In Oklahoma, period.
Period, yeah.
Looking at camera and tell the people.
All right. In the 90s, that I seen with my own eyes, I would probably have to say Antonio. And I know a lot of people going to be mad at me.
Antonio Reed. Okay.
And I know a lot of people going to be mad at me because I didn't say James Hall.
Yeah, because that's what I'm going to say.
You know what? And I love James Hall to death. But if we go on and we talk about this, everybody always talks about it. But what did James Hall win?
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, everybody, like, you can ask, like, go get my boy North Scott. His brother and James' brother, they used to make bets on who used to go score the most points in the game. And I always outscored James in every game and never lost.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact. If you came to a McLean Rogers game, we won. Mm-hmm. I scored the most points. Yeah. And they used to bet on it. Like, hey, I got 100 on Ebi. I got 100 on James.
Right.
Gotcha. It wasn't, and James was damn good, just to me. He was older than everybody, so we gotta put that in effect. He was 19 years old. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Back then it wasn't normal to have a 19-year-old, but now it is.
Yeah.
For high school, but back then in '99, people wasn't like reclassified.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like me going back to high school one more year. If I went back to high school one more year after winning all of that I won,
Right.
I'd have averaged 88 points a game.
Man, stop, man.
in 40 minutes.
Bro, stop.
I'd average 88 points a game. Imagine you being strong. That 1 year make a difference.
It do make a difference.
make a huge
It do
difference.
make. So who in the 2000s until now that you see?
2000s till now, the best player. 2000s till now in Oklahoma. Let's see, 2000. Trying to figure out who came out in these 2000s.
It ain't too much thinking. It's either you can only pick from two people. It's either Azubuike or Trey Young.
Oh, Trey Young.
Yeah, because I my two is
I
James
would-
Hall in the 90s and Trey Young in the 2000s.
Nah, Antonio.
I mean that's your opinion,
It
but I'm
is.
saying
But
James
Hall
Hall
was
what
better
I see.
than me. So if you're gonna do that, that's
Ebi
disrespectful.
James will give you 50. Stop
No,
it.
absolutely didn't.
But-
We just had this discussion. I outscored him every single
James
time.
was better,
so you
bro.
can't even say that. You can't go there.
James wasn't better.
Nah, he just moved the ball.
Lad.
He just moved the ball around a little bit more.
On that one, though.
What's that?
So my guy at Oklahoma City, Douglas, didn't have a better high school career.
Stevie
Ebi-
Clark. I'll take Trey Young.
Yeah.
Personal, cuz.
Nah, it's
Nah,
not
that ain't-
personal.
it
That's
ain't
not-
personal. I
Stevie
think,
was nice, bro. He was.
All-state championship.
Yeah, he was nice.
Well,
Yeah.
if that's
He led the team.
well, if that's the case, man, y'all skying over hump then.
Yeah.
Everybody's skying over hump if that's the
If
case.
you gonna go off a state
if you're
championship.
gonna go off, we going off state championship. Y'all,
Stevie was that guy, though.
in the-
I thought points was a part of it, too. That man averaged 30.
Trey did 43 in 6A basketball.
I get it, though. We can have no state championship. Though.
I mean, but Trey, I mean, it's an argument.
It's
We
a
can
good
argue
argument.
all
It's
night.
all day.
Make sure to put his name in here.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
but
but
I
that's
pick- we pick it-
Nah,
Abby said it.
Yeah, yeah.
we
Okay.
had to pick the best though.
Yeah.
I know, man, but we gonna name Trey Young.
Yes, sir. 2000 until now?
Clark right here, cuz.
Okay, that's fine. You got Stevie. You got Stevie. You got Trey and Antonio Reed.
I got Trey and Antonio Reed.
Who do you have?
I got James Hall and probably Khalid and Azubuike and Trey Young. Probably
Yeah,
right
Azubuike. See, I'm an
talking about what
Azubuike
I
fan.
seen,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm an Azubuike fan.
Okay,
I'm an Azubuike fan.
I know y'all Azubuike fans, and that's all fine. You know, for me, I'm fine with that. I just want y'all to put y'all money where y'all mouth is when it's time to bet.
Okay, but what you want to call Norris?
Now you ain't got to call
Oh,
Norris.
no.
It was a known fact.
Antonio Reed was that guy though, but you gotta put your name in it too though.
Okay.
Who got the best hoopers? 918 or 405, man.
Tulsa.
They say they got 12 pros in the last 15 years.
No, they did. They had a good run.
They had a good
They
run.
had a good run. But
Uh-huh.
when you think about it, that was the only run they had.
Only run ever. I got-
So I mean, they
Yeah.
gonna ride that wave forever.
Forever.
20 years from now, they gonna be like, "Hey man, remember that time?
Yeah.
We had Blake Griffin and all of them guys
Yeah.
come out and they were."
Speaking of Blake Griffin,
Yeah.
okay, Blake Griffin played for the athletes first.
Yeah.
You had
Now Blake Griffin better than Azubuike too. Let me stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah,
He
nah, I
played
ain't got
two-way
to stop
basketball.
nothing.
He played two-way basketball. He played two-way basketball, but Blake
NBA
Blake
2A.
Blake Griffin played for the you're right.
Facts go. 2-8 NBA.
2A
shit.
Hey,
NBA.
but look, you had Blake Griffin's AAU team. Athletes first. You had Blake Griffin, Kalina Azubuike, D'Angelo Alexander.
Kevin Bookout, Brady Page,
Hey, what's they play for him too?
Who?
Cockeye boy went to Duke.
Sheldon
Sheldon
Williams. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's tough. Okay.
Your AAU team.
Is you, Antonio Reed, Junior Blunt.
Yep.
Who else y'all have?
Marcus.
Dwayne McIntyre,
Dwayne.
CJ Johnson.
CJ and Marcus Hill?
No, Marcus Hill.
No, okay.
Okay, then we had another AAU
That was
team.
it. That was all we had.
Okay.
We had another one. We had Trey Young, RJ Fuqua,
Elijah Landry.
Elijah Landry,
Caleb
Caleb Nero, and
PJ.
PJ Washington. Then they had a kid from the Bahamas named Q. They said that RJ Fuqua, Trey Young's AAU team would have, and that athletes first team was way better than your AAU team.
I don't believe it. Guess who would have had to guard me?
Who?
Everybody's 5 man.
Yeah, y'all won that.
Everybody's 5 man had to guard me.
Oh, so
and
you was
guess
the-
what kind of problem that was?
Some teams didn't go to nationals though.
Some teams didn't. But guess what kind of problem that was for everybody's 5-man to guard me?
So who's the 5-man? So you saying Blake Griffin would have to guard you?
Blake would have had to guard me.
P.J. Washington would have killed you.
Yeah.
P.J. Washington would have got killed.
Ebi.
P.J. Washington would have got killed.
But call RJ. We're going to call RJ.
I'm going to call RJ, who's on that team, and he going to come up here.
Yeah, call that nigga.
That, to me, that
Who you?
What's up, my guy?
who won
RJ.
nationals
What's good?
after
RJ, can you please come up to the barbershop? We having a debate.
So this is not an argument.
Yeah. Live up there talking crazy.
Please.
Who you say?
All right, bet.
Okay,
Got
thank you.
You like Ebi now? I like Ebi now.
They next.
Yeah.
They were next in line. Everybody had an opportunity to do what these guys did. Did it get done?
What you mean?
Oh, you talking about nationals?
Yeah.
Everybody don't
Everybody
go
didn't
to
go to
nationals.
nationals.
Did it.
Okay.
So on the bigger side.
Okay, hold on. We got to take a break. But I want to first give a shout out to our sponsors of the show, McLean Barbershop. If you ever need a haircut or anything, please come to McLean Barbershop. And if you ever need a video or pictures taken, family photos, holidays or whatever, Vision by D. Okay, that's our two main sponsors.
Welcome back. I had to call my boy Richard Fuqua, Mr. Booker T. Washington, Mr. ORU. They said he had the best AUT to step foot state of Oklahoma.
Facts.
We got another guy here to say he got the best AAU team. I think the 02 with Azubuike and them was the best AAU team. Tell us,
Who's on your team, RJ?
Yeah, who's on your team, RJ?
All right, so we had me.
Uh-huh.
We had Trey Young. We had P.J. Washington.
Tough.
We had J.J. Chandler. We had Elijah Landrum.
Tough.
We had Caleb Nero.
Tough.
Q. Lil Aaron Lucas.
Okay.
And Tyrese Berry.
Okay. And who'd you have, Ebi?
We had me, Antonio, Junior Blunt, Dwayne McIntosh, and C.J. Johnson. You know the crazy thing is?
What?
All you need is 5 pairs of play. They can't play all them people at the same time.
That's
I
fine.
got you. The team I would take, I got Azubuike, D'Angelo, Sheldon, Kevin Bookout, Brady Page. They had some guys, probably some more that I'm missing.
Can you imagine Bookout guarding me?
But I don't think they will put Bookout on you though, bro.
Who they gonna put Bookout on?
I think D'Angelo gonna come guard you.
You think D'Angelo gonna come guard me?
Yeah.
That's just the way we like it.
I get that, bro. I'm just telling you who I think is the best AAU team to cut step.
We ran the wheel offense. We put everybody at a disadvantage.
So nobody guarding you on either team.
It wasn't nobody guard me on no team.
Who's on guard? Ebi on your team.
Elijah.
Who you on guard?
Yeah.
Elijah Landrum would have guarded you.
Man, I'd have put Elijah in the basket.
Stop it. Elijah would have put you in the basket.
In the basket.
Elijah would have put you in the
That's
basket.
what you don't understand. See, you too young to know how athletic I was.
No.
Because before you say he could jump, which everybody
Hold
say,
on.
Yeah.
imagine somebody being 7 inches taller than him
Stop
and can
it.
jump higher than
We
him
had
too.
another dude that jumped higher than him.
Exactly. So
We
he
had
wasn't
another dude that
guarding me.
jumped higher than him.
Listen, I would have hit him with
He
a
wasn't even-
1-2 body
Stop it.
and would have went up on a vert.
Stop it. You would have got that 8 up at the rim.
So
we
you
had,
say y'all would have beat them
would have beat them.
by 20.
I ain't gonna disrespect. I mean, my pops and my
disrespect-
mom. My pops and my mom was telling me about them. So I'm gonna respect them, but we would have beat them easily. Like
And see,
they always
his
talking about who
pops
they gonna
recognize
guard.
scores.
Yeah.
His pop recognized a score.
So
He
you
see one.
saying y'all would have beat them by 20?
Who's on guard Antonio
Breaks.
Reed?
Yeah, who's guarding Antonio?
Nobody. Wasn't nobody in the world guarding him in high school.
Okay.
Nobody in the world.
All right.
I'd never seen a single soul stop him.
Reed? Who was guarding Trey Young?
Yeah. Because that 43 don't lie.
It didn't matter. He would have scored 43, and y'all have got beat by 43, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Here you go talking crazy. Like,
would-
like,
it
we
wouldn't-
matched up well with y'all. If you want to say
It that.
would-
If you
we want to talk about.
we were all level.
We matched up well with y'all.
Y'all had a bunch of.
We had a bunch of
6'1"
superstars.
dudes.
No, we didn't. No, I'm saying y'all had nobody PJ's height. Y'all didn't have nobody PJ height. Y'all didn't have nobody Q's height. So you want to talk about level? Y'all was the small team in this.
Listen.
Yeah, if anything, y'all the smallest team out of the three.
We were, but listen.
And we was just athletic as y'all.
Listen what happened to big guys when they played against
That's
us.
fine. We're talking about
I mean, names of guys you played against.
When we talk about big guys, and all of these guys that match up and they come out here, they got to come out and guard us, right?
It's fine.
So what good does it do them to be big? Because if they don't come out here, I'm going to shoot this three. If they come out there, I'm going to drive right past their ass, and now the commotion done started. Because we had shooters at every position.
Yeah.
Whenever you left open, that was going in.
I can say the same about us.
Oh, well, you can say that, but the problem is,
I mean, if we want to keep on
we can
going,
actually move our feet.
the proof was in the pudding.
It was, and
The proof
we
is
won
in the pudding.
every year. It wasn't a fluke. We didn't just win sometimes.
Who'd y'all beat the AAU Nationals?
And what year was this?
98.
It was 98.
So I'm talking about what year in school was you?
Well, yeah, I was a junior when we won national championship.
Okay.
So we beat the New Jersey Hawks.
Who
They had Dante Jones. They went to Duke.
Ooh, he was tough.
They had
He went to Rutgers first. And then he
went to Rutgers first.
Tough.
They had and you know the crazy thing, he was actually a senior player. He was older than everybody else. No, he wasn't older. He was a grade above everybody else. But since he was so young, he could still play. And so he just played below his grade. So he wasn't playing with the kids his age level where he went to school with. He just played under. He didn't do it. Nowadays, they play up. Back then, he was going back down.
Name some other guys that y'all
Jason
beat.
Williams. I mean, we played everybody. Atlanta Celtics, that was with Darnell Harvey. Asked him about having to come out there and guard me. Talk about pump fake reverse dunk 3 times in a row. Coach had to sub him out.
Okay. Who else?
Come 3-point pump fake.
Who else?
Wave at him.
Who was on that athletes first team though?
There was Kevin Bookout, D'Angelo, Stevie,
Blake Griffin.
Blake
All
Griffin.
right, hold on. Who guarding Blake on your team? Don't just sit up here and talk about how he couldn't move his feet.
I'm not going to
He
sit there,
couldn't.
but Blake still can't move his feet. Blake ain't never
Not
been able to
back
move his feet.
Man, back then.
Not back.
You didn't see
No.
Blake, back then. Blake Griffin was real.
Man, y'all not
Nah,
gonna keep
I'm
disrespecting.
saying he could score. He was athletic.
Who was gonna guard him?
Who's guarding Blake?
Because he was physical.
He was physical.
He was physical, and he was big, and he was.
Dwayne was physical too.
Man, he wasn't guarding.
He wasn't
Dwayne
like, come on, like we.
he wasn't guarding Blake.
Blake
Come on,
Griffin.
But you-
Like, come on, man, like.
I'm
Come
not
on,
being.
man.
I told y'all.
Who was going?
Okay, well, let me explain.
Jump over and put him in the rim.
Our coach
We
was
watched
a wizard.
Coach Blunt.
Our coach was a wizard. So how we played defense, the man guarding the man in the post, because we always had big people trying to play that. Oh, we gonna post these little up. So what he did was he put the defender, the strongest defender, on the floor on the big man, and all he had to do was push him out and slide his feet. His job was not to jump and block shots. His job was not to do anything but slide his feet. Me and CJ,
Yeah, so,
no,
I know you seen them. Have you
no,
seen those posters?
we lived this. We lived this. So when they would come,
He ain't guarding Blake Griffin.
we
Yeah.
came
He
from
ain't
no.
guarding
It's different
can't
when you have
contain-
somebody stand up. Stand up. I'm gonna show
I
you.
know
It's
y'all-
different when
No,
you
I
have
know what
somebody
you-
holding your body. And then me and CJ, our job was the weak side block shots.
You got put on a poster.
No, he wasn't gonna bang Dwayne under the basket.
He was
First
gonna-
and foremost, no, the he wasn't.
Dwayne
was strongest.
But we gonna talk.
Dwayne was strongest.
But listen though.
Griffin?
No possible
When
way.
y'all watch Blake, he didn't bang. Blake didn't.
No,
I
high
see
school. I
Blake.
seen
What?
Blake
Come on.
Griffin play.
What
High
like
school.
doesn't
I'm not
it
talking
translate?
about-
Like he didn't
I'm
go
not
number one
talking
for being
NBA.
weak his whole life.
Yeah.
He didn't go number one for being his weak his whole
He
life.
was the number
I'm
one
not
pick.
talking about the NBA. I'm talking about high school Blake.
I
seen
understand.
it.
I understand high school Blake, but what I'm telling you is Dwayne would have
He
pushed
was
him.
putting everybody in the
You
room.
can't. Yeah, he was, but
Blake
he
was
wasn't
with-
gonna body him and then jump over
Blake
me.
Griffin did the.
Bro, I don't
Blake
give a
Griffin did the
Blake
quick
Griffin-
spin on the baseline. He went quick spin.
And
dunk.
before he got off the floor, I'd already been on
Okay,
top of the
stop
ball.
it.
What about y'all? Who was
Stop
on guard? PJ Washington.
Me.
He did it all. PJ could shoot. PJ could post. So now what you gonna do when you put your little guard on him? He gonna shoot right over the top.
Okay.
All right, now what? Then what? You gonna switch it? Then who you gonna put on
I
Trey?
pray to God y'all give PJ the ball and let him shoot over the top of us the whole game.
He's shooting 40 right now. Like it's
40 right now.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Like it ain't. It's
That
nothing
means
new.
the player that we don't want to have the ball ain't gonna have the ball.
Who-
Perfect.
Who
Trey.
Perfect.
They're both,
Perfect.
They're
Perfect.
Both,
Speak about
they're
it.
both nice.
See this is the difference between y'all and us. We didn't think like that.
What do you mean?
We played basketball.
We did too.
We played
No,
together.
y'all was tough. Y'all was
We
tough.
played
played
together.
together.
That's why we beat the brakes off
played
everybody.
together?
Everybody like, who gonna guard who? Who gonna guard? Nah, we didn't go in the game. We win the game because the problem is we played together since we were 9 years old. Y'all put y'all team together that
no,
year.
we didn't.
Nah, they was.
No, we
nah,
didn't.
they
See,
played
so don't
Y'all
start
played together
that.
since y'all was 9?
We played together since we was like 4th grade. It ain't nothing new.
Well, we played
Yeah,
together when we was in
aight.
4th grade too. We all went to
No.
Sam Houston. We went to Sam Houston together. We played.
Yeah.
I was talking about AAU. We played AAU
yeah,
together.
We didn't make it
But-
as far as y'all though. We didn't make it till high school.
Texas.
Yeah, we didn't make it like to high school together. So we
You're not a
stopped.
fan.
We broke up.
No, we played
Oh,
together.
okay.
all
Why does that
through.
matter?
Talking about team.
Why does that matter?
Nah, we played together all through.
Why?
People been knowing each other for a long time.
We played
We've been
together
playing
for
against
like
PJ. That's how we
literally-
got him.
You and your boy,
The same way we got Trey is the same.
We played together
Who?
forever.
Oh, Caleb.
I can't say that. We played together forever.
But okay, out of all three of those teams, the best overall player. Hold on. The best overall player on y'all team, the best overall player on that 0-2 team, and the best overall player on his team was all special. Trey Young, Azubuike, and Ebi Ere. Y'all, that's what y'all all had, was that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all had a
We
guy.
had 2.
Yeah, because Elijah was PJ. Okay, PJ.
We had 3. I mean,
But
yeah, we
Elijah
had.
was that
I was
guy
talking about
in the-
Elijah to
but
start.
he had some Antonio Reed. I've never seen nobody guard Antonio.
Elijah was never late.
No matter who was ranked, I never seen a player outplay Antonio, and I can put that on Chief. That I have never seen a player outplay Antonio.
That's because you didn't play us or you didn't play Blake.
Yeah, Antonio.
No. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, Antonio. I remember when I was in middle school, my first time ever meeting Antonio, dropped me. I swear. Like we was playing ones, he dropped me in the corner at Carver. First time ever met, I'm like, yo, who is this dude was not missing?
And you probably seen him with the wool coat on and the gray hair on his face. The one that was incognito.
Then we went to I got to Boogie T my freshman year. Coach Blunt, bald head, he giving me buckets still. I'm like, yo, these dudes right here, they nice. Like I'm not gonna sit up here, but I was young then, so I mean, they would have to see me now.
So who's the best player from the 2000s
From the 2000s
in the state of Oklahoma?
In the state of Oklahoma, I mean, y'all gonna say it's biased, but I mean, numbers don't lie, and that's Trey Young.
Okay,
43.
I agree with you. 2000, I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
43. I mean, we can talk about.
We ain't arguing about that.
We can talk about wins and losses, but
I'm not gonna go against him being the best either.
Yeah, I got you.
I wouldn't.
Stevie second.
He's
I ain't
good
see
as a
Blake.
motherfucker.
Stevie second.
I had to, explain that to some people.
Tell us your story about Trey Young when you seen him.
When I seen him, like I said, he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really think nothing of it. If you think he's skinny now, he was he was real skinny then. Trey Young. And they was just like, all right, yeah, he gonna play on your team.
How old was he, you think? Sophomore year in high school?
Yeah, it was sophomore year in high school. And they was like, matter of fact, he wasn't even a sophomore. He was going to be a sophomore. Right. So he was going to be a sophomore. Wasn't even fully a sophomore.
And what happened?
They were just like, the coaches was like, hey, you up, but he got to be on your team. He on your team. So I'm like, all right, I put him on my team. And then it was me, Aaron, and then we had to pick 2 of the players from the other team.
Talking about Aaron McGee, lefty.
Yeah, the lefty. So we had to pick 2 players from the team, and we didn't really want to play with none of them. So we was picking the walk-ons. So it was me, Aaron, him, and the walk-ons. And when I tell you, he came out there, kicked it up the court to him, stopped, 3, 1. He's like, all right. You know what I'm saying? We go out there and do our thing. You know what I'm saying? Me and Aaron score a couple of buckets. We shoot. We talking noise to Buddy. We picking him up.
Buddy Hill. Okay.
I'm picking him up full court. You know what I'm saying? Just, talking, rattling them. You know what I'm saying? Making them play hard. Next thing you know, we get the ball. We kick it up to Trey. Another 3. Another 3. Another 3. Game over. And I'm like, all right, good game, little fella. Good game, young fella. You sort of tap him. So we go on. We win like 4 or 5 games in a row. Literally every game. He hit no less than 3 threes. And every once in a while, he'd slide a layup in there. But he was actually scoring most of our points And we wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? They would double, we would kick out to him. Wasn't missing. Nothing.
Yeah.
He made everything. Rafe was sitting on the sideline.
His dad.
Yeah, man, you know, he need this. he need this, you know what I'm saying? He need to play with some smart guys, you know what I'm saying? He don't really play. Like, man, I appreciate y'all. You know, a lot of people would have had him out there and just had him out there running, but y'all actually gave him the ball and let him show what he could do. And, you know, he sort of gave appreciation. He was like, man, that was by default.
Yeah.
They was leaving him open,
Yeah,
and he
right.
wasn't missing. You know what I'm saying? We just played basketball the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
you knew then his sophomore year of high school.
I knew then. I was like, y'all better get him.
Put your mic.
I was like, y'all better get him. But at the same time, they was talking about, yeah, but we really want my man from Owasso.
Shake.
Shake. They was like, we really want Shake. Can you get Shake up in here? And Shake was actually there.
Yeah.
He was sitting on the sideline, so they were recruiting him.
Oh,
He was older. So, you know what I'm saying? They was like waiting for him to come in. They was like, hey, can you go talk to him over here? He's like, what about it? They was like, yeah, we going after him too, but he got a couple more years. You know what I'm saying? He got a couple more years. We need Shake right now.
Yeah. Got you. Did Shea get in there?
Absolutely not.
Chillin'.
Shake didn't get in. Shake didn't do nothing.
Got you.
Shake stood on the side, was like, didn't say nothing.
Chilling. Yeah, he
Yeah,
quiet. He
yeah,
quiet.
like
he
talking
quiet.
to him, he just like,
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
I don't think he said but 3 words. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
But Shake is a killer.
Yeah, killer.
Yeah, that was it.
Shake,
Killer.
Shake is a killer. Lab gonna say nah, but Shake is a killer.
Lab a fan. Yeah, he a
Now.
Laker fan. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
He a pro.
Shake gonna have 35, and you gonna look up and you be like, oh man.
solid killer.
Nah, he is. He's smooth. He's
Yeah,
smooth.
real smooth.
Yeah, Shake is.
Play at one play. He gonna last in the league a very long time.
Nah, he
If you're a serial killer, that mean you crazier than a regular killer. Yeah. When you out there, I played against him. Yeah. Them buckets was loud on the court.
Wow.
So that's another thing. That's almost on his team. You see it firsthand.
Yeah.
Playing against him.
You like dudes to dunk.
No, I just like at least say something.
You
I like scores. That's
Yeah,
my
he-
personal thing. I like scores.
Lab wants somebody to dunk.
I don't, man. He ain't gotta say how.
You ain't got to when your points is gonna talk for you.
Have to do nothing.
Your points is gonna talk for you. Yeah.
Lab,
He made me a believer until he
Can
got
I-
to NBA.
can I ask you a question?
He had 2 Gatorade Player of the Years.
You went to McLean, right?
That's all.
This my guy right here, a McLean legend,
Hands down.
hands down. Can we get my man's jersey? Why ain't your jersey retired, Ebi? We gotta get your jersey retired, man.
Man, first of
That
all,
ain't got nothing to do with me.
exactly. And first of all, that goes back into the people in front, bro.
Yeah, it's supposed to be some people, especially football players.
Yeah.
It's some football players that's supposed to be.
Dudes up there
Yeah.
that I feel that, you know,
Facts. I agree.
even before his time and after.
I agree.
So, you know, it's really not. This is why it's almost good that we got this going because this is give
Yeah, them.
platform.
Yeah.
You know,
Because I absolutely remember being at McLean, wondering why Shay's jersey
Facts.
wasn't retired. I'm in there
Facts.
like, Shay was
Okay. Okay, can we talk real quick?
Yeah,
You or Shay?
me.
You apprentice.
I tell Shay to his face, me.
You apprentice though. Lab told me Prentice was the best player to walk through McLean
Prentice
basketball
wasn't.
and football.
Yeah. Ebi admit that.
Prentice was
He
the best athlete.
Okay.
Listen to me. I made a post on Facebook, and I said who was the best athlete ever in the state, and Prentice is right up there in the top 2.
Facts.
That's a fact. It
That's a
ain't
fact.
nobody more athletic than Prentice
So who's your
Elliott.
top 2? Him and RW? Athletic wise.
Athletic wise, it would have to be, you know what I'm saying, him, RW.
Robbie?
Robbie was one too. So definitely him, RW or Robbie.
Who's the best 2-point athlete you seen in
sport.
Two sport.
The best 2-sport athlete?
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. That is tough. But I mean, if you gonna go 2-sport athlete, we gonna have to go with Prentice. Prentice was a little better basketball player than Robbie.
Can I put you on the spot?
Yeah.
You got to cut one, you got to start one, and you got to sit one. Say it again. You got to cut one, start one, or sit one.
Yeah.
RW, Prentice, or Robbie.
RW, Prentice, or Robbie.
Who you cutting?
cutting RW.
Ooh.
It's because he went to Booker T.
Who you sit? Who you sitting? Who you sitting?
That ain't personal because
Who you sitting?
because we going 2 sport athletes.
Who you sitting?
I'm sitting Robbie,
You starting Prentice.
and I'm starting Prentice.
Gotcha.
And why is RW getting cut?
Why is RW getting cut?
Yeah, because I see somebody in here that don't think RW should get cut.
Because this is what we talk about. When you talk about 2 sport guys, we talk about like basketball. Robbie was a good basketball player, and honestly, if Robbie had his full heart in the football, he would have been a hell of a football player. He was good because he just was naturally talented.
Yeah. Right.
But we all know he didn't want to play no football. He wanted to hoop. He was just out there just cuz.
Yeah. Right.
Like, as long as they was paying, they paying me.
Yeah.
Y'all got another check for me? All right, I'll come back.
Yeah.
But if he wanted to be a PG.
But if he was playing basketball and he was in the NBA and he possessed the the proper skill to be an NBA player, you would have seen him play for years and years and years and years because that's what he loved to do. Football, he did it because he was good enough to do it. But if he played with the same heart that he played with in basketball and football, he'd played in that field. He'd have been all pro everything.
How you cutting?
You cutting it? Yeah, like how you
gotta go.
I didn't because
You
man,
asked him the question, he gave it.
I gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? I tried to tell you I like offense.
And you
I don't
one
like-
person though
That's seen them all.
that's seen them all.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
For
seen them
sure.
all. And RW used to go out there, you know what I'm saying? He used to play great defense, but you know what I'm saying? I don't like players. I like offense.
you like buckets, huh?
Yeah, I like buckets. I like people that go out there and make plays.
Got you. Cool. Well, I mean, we appreciate you coming on the show. Ebi, Mr. McClain, not Mr. McClain, Mr. ESPN.
It's ESPN. There you
Okay,
go.
Mr. ESPN. 918
Thank you,
legend.
Dickie V.
You welcome, Dick.
RJ, we
RJ,
appreciate you on the phone call for coming up here.
Hey, man.
Glad you was in town.
I gotta defend my era because y'all stay disrespecting it.
Nah. That's the
era.
barber over there live.
Are we?
Your era
How are we small?
Ebi, that's not
Trash.
It was trash.
Wow.
Hey, Ebi, but
Wow.
one thing about you,
Name
bro,
somebody
you
your-
give
hold
nobody
on.
credit, bro.
Yeah. I'm
I
just
do give
saying.
people credit.
Name somebody in your era that's just big. Like
Oh, spicy. We talking about like Trey Young big?
no.
Talking about
No.
a big, talking about a big.
Hey, you
Besides-
know what?
besides
Trey Young big, and I absolutely. I made a post about that.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying like, oh, when he was at OU, he ain't gonna be this good in the NBA. I said, yes, he is.
It's
I
more
said,
wide
I said, I could not even
First ever to lead
space.
college
like,
in
if you
scoring and
actually
assists.
if you actually know basketball and you watching him play, I used to watch him play. He was making passes what none of them ready for.
Yeah.
He was making passes couldn't none of them get to, and it actually forced him to shoot more shots than he wanted to shoot because he had to. Because if he tried to make those passes to him, it was almost impossible. When he got to the NBA, all that turned into highlights.
Facts.
All them same passes
Same
he was
passes.
throwing,
Yeah.
which eventually opened everything up for him and made the game even more easier for him.
Right.
Just like I thought it would be.
just like high school.
And as we wrapping it up, I remember I asked you this question. Hopefully you get the same answer for the young kids out here watching. I said, if you can go back to high school, what would you change? What would you do differently about everything else? And I hope you give the same answer you gave me while we was at Booker T. And I want you to look in that camera and tell the young kids what you'll do differently.
Absolutely. If I could go back to high school, I would go to class. Y'all hear me? I used to walk into school late every single day. And not only that, by third period, I was slumped. Wake up when the bell ring. Did lunch yet?
So on a serious tip, basically what he's
I
saying,
would take
school
school seriously.
Yeah.
I would definitely take school serious. I went every day. I was there for the wrong reasons. I was there because I had to be.
Gotcha. And that forced you to go junior college.
And that forced me to go to junior college. That's when I got together. When I got to do it to junior college, I was like, I got to go to class.
Gotcha.
I got to do my work.
Gotcha. Right.
But I could have done that in high school, and hell, I probably wouldn't even seen 3 years at OU.
Gotcha. Well, we appreciate you, my boy.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
You too, RJ.
Yeah,
Just a
man.
few
Appreciate
questions.
y'all, man. You know.
Look, you can't hide money, boy. Can't hide money.
All right. That's it for this episode.